Hello, welcome to LTM Reviews to get you caught up on the oldest movies. So, Ratatoing. So, let's talk about Video Brinquedo. Video Brinquedo is a shameless company known for making a lot of shameful ripoffs from mostly a lot of animated movies. I don't mean the ones from like Disney, but I mean movies like from Pixar, DreamWorks, Blue Sky, and all that. And Ratatoing is one of those movies. You could tell just by the DVD cover alone, you could tell what this movie is trying to rip off. Yeah, it's Ratatouille. And I loved Ratatouille. I don't think it's my favorite Pixar movie, but it's still an awesome movie. This film shamefully rips it off. So, let's talk about the story. So, Ratatouing is about a group of mice, and they end up they're trying to make this restaurant. They had this tiny restaurant inside this restaurant. Yeah, a restaurant inside a restaurant. Yeah, kind of weird. And they're trying to find these ingredients to make the best meals they can ever in all of France, I guess. I can't tell if this movie was made in. I can't tell if this movie was, what started out in France or Paris or something. But maybe they're both. I don't know. Let's talk about the movie. What did I think? I hated this movie. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making that up. That is the truth. I hate this movie. It is the most unpleasant, hideous, slow, tedious, short piece of shit I have ever seen in my entire life. And that's saying a lot because the last review I did was The Reef. And boy, does this movie piss me off even more. Why do we have movies like this? Can't we all just make some original stuff for just once? But with all that, let's talk about the negatives and let's talk about the obvious. The biggest problem with this movie is the way that it looks. The mice look hideous. The designs are awful. The backgrounds look cheap and still and stiff and very, very cheap. I understand this was a direct-to-DVD movie, but you gotta at least try to put more effort into it. Even if you're a direct-to-DVD, you're still considered a movie. And this is no excuse. If you're gonna be like the big boys, you gotta do more better. You're gonna be treated like the big boys. The characters are very plain and very forgettable. I can't remember any names or identities. They're very stupid and unlikable. And very, very, very hard to look at. The music is god-awful. I hate the music in this. It just sounds like somebody just took like a bunch of random music and just shoved it into the film. And let's talk about the infamous scene where they're dancing under the table. That was probably the most hardest scene to get through because I didn't know what the hell was going on. So, okay, I know this is kind of a short review, but overall, I hated this movie, guys. This is not only garbage, it's pure garbage. What can I say about Ratatouille? Everything's already been said. It's just a really bad knockoff of Ratatouille. Though, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but if you really wanted to really watch this film, you may want to look at this movie as a so bad it's good film. Kind of like in the same vein as The Room or Grown Ups 2 in a sort of way. It's so bad, I just love it. You just want to love it so much. But for me, this movie was just hard for me. This is probably one of the hardest movies I've sat through in all my reviews. So Ratatouille gets a 1 out of 10. There's nothing redeemable about it. It's a shameless ripoff of Ratatouille. All the characters are stupid. The animation is hard to watch. And the soundtrack is barely good to listen to. The humor was not funny and way forced. It doesn't know what it wants to do because the story's all over the place, and let's just face it, it's ripping off Ratatouille, and it just makes no sense. So yeah, this movie sucks. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I just want to go, and so I can do the next review. This is LTM signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.
Didn't fly for 1 second. It's not my fault if you made a plane that can't fly.
I told you not to touch it!
Peace.